What's going on, guys? Squeebs and Crew back with a new video. This should be episode 12. This should be episode 12. The fantasy football mock draft is coming out. We had some technical difficulties with that, but that will be out next week before the season starts. Before the season starts, mock drafts will be out. Dude, fantasy football, we have a draft Sunday, right? Yes. Fantasy football draft Sunday.
Yeah, you're talking about the league I'm going to win. I don't know why you're.
Oh, my God.
You're talking about a draft I'm going to win. No WAP video this year. It's just going to be straight bangers, straight weekend.
I'm not gonna get no punishment. I'm gonna get first. I'm gonna be chilling.
Right.
Yeah, are you kidding? I got it on lock. I know exactly who I want. All sleepers. No one in the top end of the draft.
I want everyone on the Jacksonville Jaguars team.
Why? So you're picking Trevor Lawrence?
Mm-hmm. Him, ETN. I'm gonna
ETN. You know ETN's not playing, right?
I know. I'm gonna pick
So you're just gonna try and make it easy for us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna pick Tim Tebow, even though he's not on the team anymore. I'm gonna pick him because it still probably say he's on there. I'm gonna pick their defense. Defense is very strong.
Shut up. Trevor Lawrence is the starter, right? He got announced the starter.
Yeah, he beat Minshew and TJ beat hard.
Do you think he should have been the starter?
If he's the first overall pick. When's the last time we saw someone bench the first overall pick?
I mean, yeah. Do you think that's why he's starting? Because he's number one overall pick?
It's just it's always been a thing.
He played okay in preseason. I kind of feel bad for Minshew in a way because I feel like he played pretty well when they put him in there.
I mean, he plays pretty well, but he also played last year and they went 2-14. So
yeah, Lawrence is definitely started there. There's a lot of QB controversies.
Also, you know how I feel about Jacksonville. I think they're a trash team. They need to move to St. Louis, Missouri, change name, not change name, maybe change colors.
I like Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville.
No, they really haven't done anything. It's been a pretty much dog water team.
They got James Robinson. I mean, I like him.
He saw it, and then Chenault's like showing out. They actually have good receivers.
Chark.
Like, they have good receivers, but it's just the same fact as, are they going to be enough for fantasy? Probably not. So,
I mean, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of QB controversy, and it's only one more week of preseason. 2 weeks from this day right now. We're filming this on Thursday, August 26th. 2 weeks from week one. Yeah. Week one is in 2 weeks. But let's look at these QB controversies really quick and see what we think who our starters would be.
Who's the first one? Ooh, well, this one was already named.
Yeah, so this one was just named as well as Trevor Lawrence one. Teddy Bridgewater was named the starter for the Denver Broncos, but let's just see. Do you think he deserves a job?
Yes.
I think so, too. I think this was one of the 100%. I was completely on Teddy Bridgewater. I think he makes them, honestly, a way better team. I actually think this is going to be a decent team this year.
I'm going to put it to like, this is probably the only one we'll agree on, but Drew Lock is shown he has the talent. Yes. He has the arm strength. Yes. But his decision-making is also killer.
I think Drew Lock, to me, his career will compare to what I think Kyle Allen did. Solid backup. He's not a starter in this league. He's got good arm strength. He can run the offense, but he's not going to make those plays to win you the game. He's going to keep your team right where it is. He's not going to destroy your team on turnovers. He's not going to make the crazy plays that you need to get the first downs. I think he's going to be a solid backup for years to come. That's what he's going to be. He's not a starter.
That's a little bit disrespectful. I think he has a chance if right opportunity. But Teddy Bridgewater, everywhere he's went ever since his injury, he's been solid. Goes to Saints, backs up, gets 5 games, balls out with a solid roster. Goes to Carolina, no Christian McCaffrey. And I think people also don't really understand that, like, game to game last year, the Carolina were in it. They just lost in the fourth quarter because their defense wasn't good and they had no Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
But there's one reason why there's in most of those games because Teddy doesn't turn the ball over. He's a smart decision maker. and he's a baller. And look at that dude. Who would you want after seeing the smile?
I think this could be a decision that makes them viable for a playoff spot.
I think they're a playoff team now.
I think they're a wild card team, maybe. I think they're a good team.
Remember how we said that there's 3 NFC West teams that make the playoffs?
There's 3 AFC. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's a solid roster. They always have a solid defense. They're getting Von Miller back. They have receivers. They have a tight end, and they have a running back, and they drafted one. So, if Teddy plays good, they're good. Oh, this is
Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston.
Please.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually was kind of on the fence before the last game. Did you watch the last preseason game?
Yes.
Did you watch the last preseason?
9 or 10, right?
I think he gives them the best chance to win. But this is what I'll say. I think Jameis Winston deserves to be the starter. But I do think that they should use Taysom Hill the way they used him all along. I think he's a weapon on 4th downs. I think he's a weapon in the red zone. That's it. I think Jameis Winston gives them a chance to throw the ball downfield, get the play action going, get the run game going, and then Taysom Hill comes in.
I view it as this. If you want to continue on the staple of what Drew Brees built, Jameis. But if you want to all right, let's just control the game, we're going to go Taysom. But that's going to put more pressure on Taysom because every now and then he's going to have to throw the ball. You can't just hand it off.
The thing is that you got 2 quarterbacks. They both have issues. You can't run the Wildcat the whole game. And that's all you can do with Taysom Hill. Jameis Winston, he's never proven to be a stable quarterback in this league. And for him to be a starter for 17 games, I almost said 16, 17 games, you got to have a sustainable starter and not turn the ball over. And I feel like the Saints are a good team to where they got to give him a chance. And he's the best quarterback to give them the chance to win. Also,
he's got new eyes. He got that LASIK, man.
Yeah, I think he will be the starter 100%.
I just don't. No offense to Taysom, if he was throwing dimes, every drop back throw over the top and linebackers between the safeties dimes, I'll be all right, cool. Let's run this offense. This is a hybrid, I don't know, Ravens offense now. But no, I don't know. I don't trust the Taysom thing. He's not the dual threat quarterback I would want as a dual threat quarterback,
Yeah. So on our Instagram, we ran a poll for Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. Right now, it's 93% Jameis Winston to be the starter.
You know what's going to suck?
From the people in the public, 93%.
You know what's going to suck?
What?
Taysom comes out there 12 for 12, 200-something yards, 100 yards rushing.
I think they're locked in on Winston.
You got to be. But then again, I think it's the same thing for every QB controversy that has a throwing quarterback and a running quarterback. You have 2 offenses.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's different when I think you got to be able to throw the football. And I think Taysom Hill can throw the football, but he can't.
He's not throwing it 40 times a game.
He's not extending the drives like they need to be. And especially, is Michael Thomas playing? What's the deal with that?
It doesn't matter if Michael Thomas is playing if Callaway's catching those balls.
Right. Yeah.
It might have been against the Jags.
So we're agreeing on this one too?
I did not expect that. I thought you were going to go Taysom. Not going to
Nah. Cam Newton, Mac Jones. Now this one's really popular. This one is because I haven't really watched the Patriots play preseasons. I watched the game they played Washington, but people are saying Mac Jones looks good. Have you seen him play?
I watched the last one because I want to say they played the Eagles, the second one. So I watched the whole last one. And Cam,
he looks like the old Cam Newton.
They were saying Cam's been just dumping it down to the running back, taking the easy routes. And I watched the whole game yeah, he's doing that, but they're moving the ball. He's driving the field. All right, I need a 3rd and 8. you're going to give me the halfback check down for 5 yards. He's going to run for 3 more. He takes it. He's not making a bad decision. He threw 2 dig routes, and then he threw it to Kendrick Bourne crossing. Kendrick Bourne took it to the house. I'm like, all right, Cam made every perfect decision. He was the part that I really liked about Cam that game was we would get a pass rush, and he just step up like it wasn't even there. And he never once looked to run.
That was the game against the Eagles, right?
He never once looked to run. I'm like, why are we hating on like the Patriots want someone just to maintain and not turn the ball over? And this is the best Cam's been since.
Yeah, now, Cam Newton threw 8 for 9, 103 yards, 151 rating against the Eagles, and a touchdown. Mac Jones went 13 for 19, 146 yards, 91 rating. I mean,
Mac Jones also got like majority of the game. He got 2 series.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how much they played. Against Washington, Cam Newton went 4 for 7, 49 yards. Mac Jones again, 13 for 19, 87 yards. I mean, I would say that they have 2 choices. And it's, are we trying to really win right now? I don't think they are. But I think that Cam Newton provides more electric to the offense. I feel like if you're trying to get Mac Jones in there now, I think it's at Belichick's head of like, we draft this guy because he's Tom Brady. Like he's the way we think he is. He's being compared to Tom Brady. You see what I'm saying? I think Belichick wants Jones, but I think the team wants Newton in a way.
It also doesn't help that, like, I think this week Cam Newton's out 5 days due to like, something stupid. But and then they're like saying Mac Jones is tearing the Giants up. Anybody tears the Giants up, man. It's the Giants. So it's just like, why are we hyping up this man like he's doing perfect? And then if he goes out the first preseason game and first season game and he gets shit on, So I think that's what we do too early. It's like we always shit on these quarterbacks when they're not playing as expected.
Our Instagram poll, it's very close, but it's right now it's Mac Jones 53% to Cam Newton's 47%.
Everybody on the 47, I rock you, but everybody on the Mac Jones must be out. Alabama fans. That's what it is.
Well, for me,
it's
think
Auburn versus Alabama right here, Seth. That's the reason why people want Mac Jones.
I think Cam Newton gives them the best chance to win. But I think that they might make Mac Jones a starter. But for me, my starter is Cam Newton.
He looks so good. And the thing about Cam Newton is, if you're in a goal line, he drops back. And it's like, all right, fuck it, I was going to score. You're not stopping him. He wants to score on the goal line. Like, there's only 2 teams I think seen him actually stop him on the goal line. It was the Seahawks. I want to say twice. One time in Carolina and then one time last year.
So we're on the same page again, it seems.
This is not how I expected this to go.
I didn't either.
It's going to switch soon. It's going to switch soon. If Chicago's coming up, it's going to switch.
Jimmy G.
We're switching.
And Trey Lance.
Best quarterback in this draft, in my opinion.
This is also the same thing as the Mac Jones thing because you've got a team that had a quarterback last year, same as Cam Newton, didn't play that well. Jimmy G's also had some injury things, so we're not going to base it off of that.
So did Cam.
I know. They drafted their guy. The Patriots got Mac Jones. 49ers got Trey Lance. That's who they wanted to get all along. They got him as a 3rd pick, right? Or the 2nd pick? 3rd pick? So is he ready now? Is Mac Jones ready now? Is Trey Lance ready now? Trey Lance has looked pretty freaking good.
Yes.
But they want Jimmy G to be the starter, I think.
Where are you going?
I don't think they expected Lance to be this good in preseason. That's what it's going for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. He looks like a young Colin Kaepernick.
I think the issue is Jimmy G's failed to stay on the field. He turns the ball over a lot, but you don't know what Lance is going to be. And it's also, what are the 49ers going to be? Are they a playoff team or are they not?
2 years removed from the Super Bowl, and they were injury riddled last year. And the year when Jimmy G did take him, he played solid enough to where he didn't really hurt them. So I'm rocking with Jimmy G. He's got the contract. He'll see what he can do. He got a year. If he can't do it in a year, pack your bags. Yeah, out of there. Yeah, out of there. We're going to put our boy, the best quarterback in this draft, in the game.
All right. This is the way I see it. Jimmy G, 24 and 8 as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, 24 and 8 as a starter. Turns the ball over a lot.
Do you really think he turns the ball over that much?
He does. And it's his health concerns. Is he going to play 10 games? Is he going to play 12 games?
He's got to be going to play 16? Women.
Is he going to play 17 games? Trey Lance is the real deal physically. He's got the arm strength. I think it'd be pretty foolish to discount his chances of being the real starter at this point in the season. This is a playoff team. It's expected playoff team.
So they're going to be good.
Why delay the inevitable? I think Trey Lance should be the starter week 1. And it's not even of me saying I don't think Jimmy G's a good quarterback. I think he's a really good quarterback. I think it's a different situation than Cam Newton. I think that Trey Lance just completely jumps them from a 2 to 3 game lap of like, I think with Jimmy G, they're going to win about 8 games. I think with Lance, they win about 10. And I think if Trey Lance is the starter, I think that division could be one of the most competitive divisions of football with the Rams and Seattle and Arizona. I think Jimmy G just keeps them at mid-level. I think Trey Lance makes them more dangerous on the offense. I think it makes them different coming to the fact of like, we got to keep him off the field. I think a lot of people are going to look at it and say, well, the way to go is the Patrick Mahomes way.
No.
Not really, because Alex Smith was a smart quarterback. He was a good leader.
11-5 that year.
He knew how to teach the quarterbacks. He knew
11-5 that year.
I don't think Jimmy G's that guy. I don't think Lance sitting on the bench watching Jimmy G play, who really hasn't played that much the last 2 years, been hurt, isn't as smart as the game at the quarterback position. I think you got to start Lance now. I don't think keeping him on the bench is going to make him any better.
I'm going to give you 2 reasons why it's got to be Jimmy G. 2 reasons. One, I'm going to get the vulgar one out. He has been with his women. We all know he's a fan of the adult industry. We know it. He's been with a few. He hasn't been with them. He needs them back. As soon as he gets them back, it's going to lead to number 2. He's going to start playing good on the field again. He has a small starting 24 and 8, right?
Yeah, 24 and 8.
How many years has he been in the league?
3 or 4.
Jimmy G's been in the league longer than 3 or 4.
You sure?
It's been a long time. I don't know why he's been in the league for so long, and we keep talking him up. Like, let's give this man a full shot. He was supposed to be.
Yeah, he has been in the league well, actually. I forgot that you're right.
He was supposed to be Tom Brady's successor, and then Tom Brady in
2014. Remember?
Mm-hmm. See, another thing is, he was going to be Tom Brady's successor, and then Tom Brady was never going to retire, so he left.
I think if Jimmy G was going to be good or effective by now, he would have been effective by now.
Yeah.
You're looking at probably, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in this draft.
He's the first.
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
What?
He was the first for me.
I think the top 3 quarterbacks in the draft are
Trey Lance, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence.
Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Trevor Lawrence. He's top 3 quarterback in this draft. I think this draft was very good quarterback-wise. I think those 3 quarterbacks are going to be the most effective long-term, and I think that they are the quarterbacks that should start now. Even giving away what I think about Justin Fields, everyone knows what I think about Justin Fields. I think he's the most electric quarterback in the draft.
Hey, we'll get to him. I
think Lance is right there. You saw what he could. I know
Lance is going to be dominant later, but Jimmy G's going to be great now.
I disagree with you. Let's see what the public said.
I mean, look at that man, specimen man. Look at it, Jimmy G, because that was a tutty.
Public has said, oh, wow, I didn't expect this, to be honest. But public says 80% Jimmy G, 20% Trey Lance. I mean, everyone has their opinions. I think a lot of people are saying that Jimmy G is the safer option.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trey Lance is the risk reward option.
It's like you got to understand current situations. So when it starts out with a rookie quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville's not going to win. So you got to get him. You got to get him out there, get him understanding.
But they can win.
They can win, but they're not
right.
Winning. So then we got the Patriots, we got the 49ers, and we have the Bears. All past few years playoff teams, right? Yeah. Their quarterbacks, we're going to put the guy that's never played it down or the guy that's been here. And it's that simple. Do we want to put them out there? If they fail, it's going to be harder for them to bounce back than if they fail.
I'll say this. If Jimmy G starts week 1, you'll see Trey Lance by week 4.
That's if they're losing.
No, I'm telling you what's going to happen. If they start Jimmy G, which they probably will, I think you'll see Trey Lance in week 4.
That's if they're losing. You're not changing quarterback. You're winning.
I don't think they're going to be winning.
So that's what. So then say that.
I said it. I said week 4, you'll see Trey Lance.
I don't think they're going to be losing like you think they're going to be losing.
Yeah, we'll see.
I hope not.
So this one was another one that starter's been announced. Trevor Lawrence will be the starter. I don't think any of us are surprised here. This is pretty obvious one. Number 1 overall pick in the draft. He's there for them to win. I don't think they're going to win, but I don't think it really matters. You can't sit your number 1 overall pick. The guy
That's what I'm saying. You can't sit him.
This is an obvious one. Not much to say about it. Minshew, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Hey, go crack a Budweiser, put your jorts on, call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day,
bro.
Now this one is, I had to put this one here. There's no starter yet. They haven't named a starter.
Because it's Nick Sirianni. No, it's
they haven't named a starter.
We all know.
Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts. I mean, here's the thing about this. It's like Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP. He's a winner. But then there's other side. You got Jalen Hurts. He hasn't really played much in the NFL. They had him last year. He didn't play that. He played. How much did he play last year?
4 games.
3 or 4 games. He looked okay. You had that whole thing where they took him out in the last game. Blah 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 blah. He's a talented guy. You know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts a lot. I think he
traded Carson Wentz for this man right here, right?
Right.
And don't play this man right here, we traded Carson for nothing.
I don't think that's true. I think you traded Carson Wentz because he wasn't playing. He was injured. You know what I mean? Like he's not. You traded him, and now he's hurt again. I mean,
he's back. He's already on the field.
He's still hurt, bro.
He was running. He's on the field. He's fine.
He's not starting week 1.
Yes, he is. Oh, yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Carson is starting week 1. Carson's starting week 1. That man was running on the field. I don't know what foot doctor he went to, but please let me go there because I need some things fixed on my bunions. But the Jalen Hurts thing.
It's possible that Carson Wentz will start week 1. All
right, we'll see him. And then now let's get back to Joe Flacco. Joe Smooth. Joe Smooth. I'm gonna call him
I like Joe Flacco. I think he's a good quarterback. I think there's nothing against him. I think he's in a I think he's in a situation where you know what this is? This is the exact situation that is in Chicago, in a way. Not drafting wise, but it's the same situation because you've got a guy, Joe Flacco. He wants to play quarterback. I think he is more prepared than Jalen Hurts as a quarterback because I think he's been in more situations. But you're looking at a team that isn't going to win more than 5-6 games. They're not going to the playoffs. You have to see what you have in Jalen Hurts now before you start this whole rebuilding process. I think starting Joe Flacco doesn't mean anything for Philly. I think he's there just to help out, coach Hurts up, and be the backup quarterback for a team that is going to struggle for 1 or 2 years.
Right.
So for me, my starter is Jalen Hurts.
I mean, my starter is Jalen Hurts because I think Jalen Hurts wins his 10 games, but that's how I feel.
10 games. The public says
you do know there was at least 6 games last year we lost in the fourth quarter.
The public says 100% Jalen Hurts will be the starter, and that is their starter. So
you do know there were 6 games last year in the first 8 weeks that we lost in the fourth quarter.
Marcus,
If we win 2 of those games, y'all aren't in the playoffs.
all right.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You're not winning 10 games.
I'm just saying
you couldn't even win 10 games last year.
We were in more games than y'all, and y'all won 6 games.
We won 7 games.
Oh, y'all won 7 games. Wow.
And we were close on 3 of them as well. We lost on a 2-point conversion, and we lost on a missed field goal. That's 2 games. That's 10.
And we had 6 games with an injury-riddled season and Carson Wentz.
Then that's your fault. Now he's off your team, so why you complaining about him being
We
off
still
your team?
have a majority of that team back, and we're getting healthy again. Our offensive line is going to be the healthiest it's been in years.
You will be lucky to get 3rd in the division.
Second. We're getting 2nd.
No, you're not.
If Dak's 50-50.
You're not better than Dallas.
If Dak's not out there, they're not playing good. Who's the quarterback?
And the Giants aren't terrible.
They're not terrible. Have they did anything since
they're the same situation y'all are in.
Oh, but they're fighting each other.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait for us to make our division picks next week.
We're going to win the division. It's going to surprise everybody. And you're like, well, no one expected this. I'm like, well, yeah, we told you, because it's literally the same team as last year, and we're all 1 year better, and we're going to win.
Keep a lookout for that video, because that is going to be hot. So we're both on Jalen Hurts here, obviously.
Yeah.
Now this is mine. Now Rivera hasn't named a starter yet, and it's so difficult because, and there's ways where I want Fitzpatrick as a starter, and there's ways where I think Heineke could be the starter. I think that this is a team that is pretty, from everyone else outside, is saying this is the team that's in front to win the division.
Right.
I think defensively we have it. I think we've brought in weapons. I think this comes down to Fitzpatrick having just a better way of communication with the receivers. I know him and Logan Thomas have a good connection. I know he's created bonds this offseason. I think Heineke is more electric. I think he can make more plays than Fitzpatrick, but I think Fitzpatrick was brought in for a reason. I think he will be the starter week 1. I think the reason he hasn't named the starters is why does he have to? I mean, I think he wants people to get, they're 2 different game plans. I think that's why a lot of people don't name starters. As much as I think Heineke will be a part of this future, maybe in the future, like maybe towards the end of the season, maybe they'll put him in. I don't know if we're going to start off hot, but I think as of right now, Fitzpatrick should be the starter week 1.
I'm saying Heineke. The playoff game.
Trust me, I want to say Heineke. I think it's so close to the fact of it's 2 different situations.
The man almost had y'all beat the Super Bowl champions.
I know.
You can't that's justified itself because they routed everyone after that. Remember that.
I think this is what it comes down to. I think it comes down to is we're paying Fitzpatrick $10 million. We signed him. We said, we need you to right now, he's not a part of the future. Right now, handle this offense and figure it out and make us a winning football team. I think if Rivera, and I don't think Rivera is a gambling man. I think if Rivera plays Heineke week 1 or 2 or 3 and it doesn't go well, you've lost confidence in Fitzpatrick. You've basically said, Heineke's not our guy. He's not he lacks experience. And then I think we're in a hole at that point come week 3, week 4, where it's like Fitzpatrick didn't start, no confidence there. Heineke's not playing well. We've got nothing now. You see what I'm saying? I think you have to play Fitzpatrick in a way of confidence. He connects with the players well. He's a leader on this team. I think it will work out better if he's the starter week 1 rather than starting Heineke.
I'm not going to touch your team because I ain't touching it. Not happening. I'm gonna leave that one for the birds. I'm gonna let that one play itself out because I know who I'd want to play against.
86% say Fitzpatrick should be the starter.
I would want to play against Fitzpatrick because we're either gonna get Fitzpatrick that dog walks a team or we're gonna get Fitzpatrick that dog walks himself.
Yeah, I just think the better situation is Fitzpatrick to start week 1. Justin Fields, Andy Dalton. I think everyone knows where I'm at with this. I think Andy Dalton is good quarterback. He had a good career in Cincinnati. I just think Justin Fields is the most electric quarterback in this draft. I think his arm strength is undervalued, and I think that he can lead this team to the playoffs by far, 100%.
I
It's not even a
think
question for me.
I think for Justin Fields, if he starts week 1, he's gonna bite his words where they said the NFL is easy.
I don't think he meant it that way,
I mean, he played his first game. Yes, it was easy for him, but it was also they played who they play their first preseason game, and he was just smoking them.
I can't remember, but
he was also playing against he was playing against people he's technically been playing against his whole career, college players, most likely young college players. And for me, it was just like, you don't want to say it's easy, and then you get to the real deal, and those grown men come out there and be like, this shit ain't sweet over here, isn't it? Fucks him up.
I think Chicago's going to make a huge mistake. I mean, they went out of their way to say Dalton's our opening day starter. He is the guy under center. It's like, bro, you traded up to get Justin Fields and make him the face of your franchise. So you're telling two different quarterbacks, two different things. And I think that's a bad look right now for Chicago. And they're in a good spot. Good defense, good young stars. I like that. I like, what's his name? The wide receiver they got. Crap. Can't remember his name. Mooney. Darnell Mooney.
Robinson.
Allen Robinson's really healthy right now. He's going to take a huge step this season.
Allen Robinson plays good no matter what quarterback.
You're telling two different guys the same exact thing, and it's just not a good look right now. If they named Andy Dalton the starter, they're gonna make a huge mistake.
For me, I hate QB QB contradictions and controversies for these reasons. Every single one of those, you can viably say if they're not playing good, they're gonna get pulled, right?
Yeah.
But you can't pull Justin Fields for asking you to play Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's like a 4 game. Andy Dalton, you get 4 games. Justin Fields, you get 8.
But why even
And at that point, it's like, why?
If you know you're gonna pull Andy Dalton, why are you even doing this? You're a playoff team.
You're a playoff team. You never know if Justin Fields goes out and doesn't win the first 4 or 5 games, you're like, shit, should have started Andy Dalton. Now it's too late. We can't even play Andy Dalton because what's the point of putting him out there if he can't make the playoffs?
I don't know, man. I just think Justin Fields.
He takes
this offense to another level, and we've watched it the last 2 weeks.
Right. He takes it to the next level, right? And then what if they go in week 1, they play who knows what, and they game plan for it. It's not going to be fucking just like, all right, we got a simple dagger route. They're not going to be running cover 2 no more. They're going to be running fucking disguise cover 3. They're not going to be just like simple base defense. You're not going to be playing against no effing scrub. You're going to be playing against the real starters. Don't they play the Rams first?
I think they do. The public agrees. 67% agree that Justin Fields should be the starter.
So you're telling me he's going to have to go out there his first game and play the number 1 defense of last year. His first game.
Are they playing the Rams?
Let's find out.
Yep. They are playing the Rams Sunday Night Football.
Sunday night. So his first game under the lights, he's going out and playing. You want him to go out there and play and succeed his first game against Aaron Donald.
Or do you want – see, that's the thing. I think Justin Fields' game works better for that defense. He's going to be Dalton's going to get killed.
He's going to be running for his life. He's going to die.
Dalton's going to get drilled, Marcus.
He's going to be running for his life. And he
got to learn how to do that.
He's got to learn how to run.
Bro, what are you talking about? He's got to learn, bro. You're going to put Andy Dalton in there, get drilled, start 0-1, and you're back right where you are.
Yeah, or you're going to
I think Justin Fields starts, they win that
game 1. They're not winning game 1.
I think they do if he starts.
Oh, fucking shit. No.
You're looking at the 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Justin Fields.
Relax. It's going to be a receiver or running back this year.
No, it's going to be Justin Fields.
Probably going to be Najee Harris.
You'll see.
You said the Rams are going to lose week 1?
If Justin Fields is the starter, yes.
Oh, you're too high on Justin.
No, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you what's going to happen.
He's thrown against the best corner in the league, right?
So what?
right? That's one side of the field he's not going to be able to throw against. And then he's got to be one knowing that Aaron Donald at any point in time is going to make the person in front of him a bitch, and he's going to get sacked. So then he's going to have to run away from that. If he runs to the wrong side, he's going to get Jalen Ramsey. So that means he has to, one, know where Jalen Ramsey is, and two, avoid the sack.
I'm telling you what's going to happen.
And don't tell me they're going to run the ball the whole time, because their run ball defense is just as good.
David Montgomery, bro.
He's solid, but he's not going to be.
He's solid.
He's solid.
They have a solid offense, bro.
They have a solid offense, and they're going against the best defense. That's a great Sunday night matchup, by all means.
It is.
Great.
Fields is a starter.
It's a great Sunday night matchup. Andy Dalton can still deal.
Dalton starts that game Sunday Night Football. They're going to lose 27-3.
They're going to lose anyways. They're going to lose anyways.
So yeah, 2 weeks from the week 1 start of the season, Thursday night. But this weekend, we got some college football this weekend.
Do we really?
Yeah, we got some college football this weekend. And you know me, I got some picks already for it. It's college football week 0. Week 0 college football. Saturday, Nebraska against Illinois.
Hold on.
Yeah, bro. Nebraska, Illinois. Good game. UConn at Fresno State. Hawaii at UCLA. UTEP, New Mexico State. And Southern Utah against San Jose State. Not top 25 teams, not big teams, but college football's back this weekend, Saturday. It's pretty hype.
Exactly right.
What?
Ooh. Remember when Hawaii used to have that one dude that broke all those records?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You think Nebraska's ever going to be good? I don't know why everyone's like Nebraska's going to come back and be good.
Well, Nebraska's got Adrian Martinez. I think he's a good quarterback, but I like Brandon Peters of Illinois, and I like this plus 6.5 for Illinois' first game of the day on Saturday. Illinois covers the spread. I think Illinois has a chance to win, but I think Nebraska still wins the game. But I think Brandon Peters is a good quarterback. He's very experienced.
I don't know. I wish Nebraska would go back to the Big 12. I think since they went to the Big 10, they're being shit on.
Yeah. So I like Illinois plus 6.5. I like Fresno State plus 27.5 against UConn. I like Hawaii minus the 17 against UCLA. I think Hawaii is going to just destroy UCLA. Chip Kelly.
He just moved to LA. Go to UCLA.
And then the other 2 games, I don't know, but my locks are Hawaii minus 17, Fresno State plus 27.5, and Nebraska and Illinois plus 6.5 against Nebraska.
I'm with you.
But I think Nebraska still wins the game, but it's going to be close. So college football this weekend, 2 weeks from the NFL season, a lot of shit is going down. And we're going to have our NFL picks next week. NFL rankings, NFL picks, division winners, all that good stuff. Finish with mock draft will be up next week as well.
We aren't going to agree on but one division, and that is.
We'll see. I've started to do some research, look at my stuff.
I don't need to do research. I'm watching preseason games. I'll tell you all next week. I ain't going nowhere. I'm watching all the games this weekend.
College football too. I'm actually I want to watch the Nebraska game for sure. I think.
I mean, whatever I can find out, she's gonna be her back to 2 TVs. Just click. Otto. I hope Otto knows that football season's here. I ain't gonna see her.
Codding football.
Football.
The weekend's about to get good. Saturday night college football games are always lit.
Bro, I might not be going out no more. It's gonna be watching football.
Nah, now we go out Friday nights.
No.
Yeah.
There's some Friday night football.
High school. Hey, the Friday night college football games are always like, It's always those like.
But you never know. Like next week it's Virginia Tech versus UNC.
Yeah. Well, it's first week of the season. Yeah.
So I don't even. First of all, it's Virginia Tech, so they're gonna get their ass whooped. But it's just.
Yeah, I think UNC. I like their team this year.
Sam Howell though, probably Heisman. No Trevor Lawrence.
I think that UNC, and I actually was looking at this the other day because I was looking at the games next week. They're going to struggle at the receiving end without De'Ami Brown and what's his name? The other UNC guy that went to the draft. But
no worries.
Their offense was electric last year. We'll see if it could be the same as it was.
No worries. They'll be fine. They're playing Virginia Tech first game. You ever heard of this team called Virginia Tech?
Trash.
They called the Chokies because they choke and they only win one game a year, and then they think they win the Super Bowl. Southwest Virginia, man.
It's always that last game.
Game they play UVA. They win the game. They win that one game, and they think, "Wow, we had a winning season. We are great." And then they watch the playoffs like the rest of the teams.
Yeah, I'm excited that college football, NFL, all that good shit coming up. We'll have the rankings next week. Fantasy football mock drafts will come out next week as well, and we will see you guys later.